I was previously your inner work coach, but now I am Jasmine, your head mistress here at Heiress Academy. I am very, very excited for this rebrand. This is going to be a movement. We're way more structured with much clearer vision, and I'm really excited for you guys to be a part of this journey and to come along with me. So, welcome to Heiress Academy. So today's orientation, we're gonna just be going over like the basic what Heiress Academy is. That way you can understand the vibe, you can understand the vision, the goal, and what you're getting yourself into. Because when you subscribe to Heiress Academy, that is you enrolling yourself in the academy. This is you moving along in the process of ruling your kingdom, you moving along in the process of dominating your territory. And I am so excited to break down what that's going to look like and how we're going to learn how to do this. I hate the idea of living an average and a boring life. I hate the idea of going to a job that I don't really like, just kind of going along with how things are and letting life happen to me instead of allowing me to happen to life. Life should look at me and be like, oh, she's a problem. It doesn't sit right for me that we're just living these lives that kind of suck if we're being honest about it. Like the isolation aspect of everything. Let me take these off because the glare, the isolation aspect, the lack of funds, the lack of love for career, and the lack of purpose, and the just kind of getting by day. It's over. It's over for me and it's over for you. And I'm really excited to step out of the life of average. I am so grateful for the people that I've seen and witnessed that are living absolutely extraordinary lives because it's extremely attainable and we've convinced ourselves or we've been taught that it's not. So Heiress Academy is all about figuring out how to take our life from that average lifestyle to living a life of purpose. Now, where does the heiress aspect come in? So there's two Bible verses. I have my notes here. There's two Bible verses that I want to go over with you guys that are anchor scriptures in Heiress Academy. The first is Genesis 1:28. It says, "Then God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and govern it, reign over the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground." God said, be fruitful, multiply. So he doesn't just want us living a life that's stagnant, not producing with what he's like fulfilled us with. And then it says, fill the earth and govern it. We are in charge of the earth. We have territory in the earth that God wants us to rule over. It says reign over the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground. When you think about a good ruler, for example, when I was getting in the vibe of creating Heiress Academy, I was watching Princess Diaries, Mia, and Princess Academies too. When you think about that scene where she sees the orphans and she's like, let me connect with them. Let me make sure that they feel seen. That is a good ruler. That is a good princess. Or if you think about my other favorite movie, Moana, she goes out of away from her family. She does that in order to like save her people. And sometimes it's going to take you venturing away from the other vision that people see, and they have their own limiting beliefs and limitations that are keeping them stuck on their island. But you have to venture past the island, fight a couple battles to be able to bring fruitfulness back to your people. That's also being a good ruler. So it's not about ruling in dictatorship, it's about ruling and serving, which we're going to talk more about this whole entire year. The other anchor scripture that we have is Galatians 4:7. Now you are no longer a slave, but God's own child. And since you are his child, God has made you his heir. So I just want to make it clear that we are heirs of God. We're adopted. And when God adopted us, he wasn't like, oh, this is just like, it's not like he said, oh, my adopted child, Jasmine. Jasmine, his daughter. And because we're his daughter, we have co-heirship with Christ. So Heiress Academy is about embracing the fact that we are royalty. Sometimes Christians lose sight of like how cool God is and how things actually are because we're just trying to operate in the world and we're just trying to get by day. God is like the king of the universe. And so because we're his children, we're in a royal family and we should be acting like we're in a royal family. And I don't mean like, oh no, you shouldn't be cursing because you're in the royal family. But if you were to think about like an actual, not an attributes God is the actual king, but when you think about like an earthly king having children and what their children do, and if their kids were just acting in ways where they weren't embracing their status, they weren't using the gifts that they were given to, they weren't embracing, what is the word? They weren't embracing their that's what it is, authority. And it's like you could get into any place that you wanted to get into. You can do any single thing that the king is trying to have you do with his permission, because everything is his territory. So it's like we don't have to be afraid of, oh, is this door going to open? If he wants you in the room, you're going to be in the room because you're his daughter and you're going to be in there. Like nobody has to give you permission but him. Heiress Academy is the safe place where you can learn to accept your status, you can find your purpose, and learn to live your life at the fullest. And the ways that we're going to tackle life is through Christianity, womanhood, and refinement. So if you're like, okay, but I'm not understanding like if this is for me, I feel like it may be off. I don't know if it completely fits my vibe. If any of these resonate with you, you would be a perfect fit for Heiress Academy. If you're coming from TikTok, you can actually skip this portion because we went over this on TikTok already. We're going to go through a couple of different vibes and things that may resonate with you. So, Heiress Academy is for my girls who feel like Christianity is restrictive and who are scared to have a relationship with God because it just feels like you're losing your freedom and that you're not really gaining as much as you would be losing if you are being honest with yourself. Heiress Academy is for my girls that are feeling stuck and that have been feeling stuck for a while in a rut, don't know how to get out of it. It's for my girls who still feel 14 even though they're an adult, or who are growing into an adult and still feel childish and don't know how to break that barrier into womanhood. It's for my girls who are scared to explore a different side of themselves that you kind of want to, like maybe a sexier side, maybe a bolder side, maybe a more vulnerable side. It's for my girls who feel like they just don't vibe with other girls. Like, it's like if you've ever said the statement like, "Ugh, this is why I hate girls," or "This is why I can't stand girls," you're in the right place to learn how to just embrace. You're in the right place to just you're in the right place. We're going to leave it at that and cover that later. It's for my girls who are ready to go deeper with God and really want to know the steps on how to do that. It's also for my girls who have a fear of being seen, but you know that you need to be seen in order to live your best life. You know that you need to be seen in order to be loved deeply and to love yourself deeply. It's for my girls that just aren't feeling like themselves anymore. And you've ever said the statement like, oh, like I just want to get back to myself. I just want to get back to how I was, or you're ready to rebrand and move forward. It's for my girls who are Christian as a default because that's how you grew up and you never really put much other thought into it. But you're like, someone asks you, you're like, yeah, I'm a Christian, but you don't really feel like you have that connection with God. Also for my girls who are in horrible relationships. I mean, horrible relationships, situationships, friendships, family relationships, relationships with money, relationship with yourself. Like if your relationships feel horrible, Heiress Academy is for you. For my girls that are afraid that being Christian means being boring, I was terrified of this. Like if I'm a Christian, like a Christian, I'm going to lose all of my personality, and I don't want to lose my personality. I love it. It's for my girls that love fantasy books, that love Disney movies, that love and dragons and period dramas and shows or movies with a strong female lead. Heiress Academy is definitely for you. It's for my girls who just love everything about being a girl, who's just like a girl's girl, not just a girly girl, but a girl's girl, and just love being a woman. It's for my girls who love structure. It's for my girls that are like locked in with God. Like you and God are besties. Like you would not be able to do life without God. You're never going back to doing life without God. It's absolutely for you. It's for my girls that are tired of answering, like, what have you been up to? With, oh, nothing. Like, oh, just work or just school, like nothing much, and just the same old, same old. Because I know I hate giving that answer. So it's for us. It's for my girls who love self help books, like personality tests, love languages, apology languages, uh, attachment styles. Like for my girls that love that type of stuff, it's for you. For my girls who don't have a great relationship with femininity, who just, you feel like you try it and it just doesn't really vibe with you, it's for you. It's for my girls who crave an amazing life. And it's also, and finally, for my girls who know that this is not the life that you're supposed to be living. This boring, mundane, disconnected, depressing, anxiety filled, average life, you know it's not for you. If you feel like any of this is for you, stick around. We're going to break down a couple different things about Heiress Academy so you can know what to expect. So, first, like I said, 3 pillars: Christianity, womanhood, refinement. First, Christianity. I'm going to be 100% upfront when I say that this is a fully based concept or life on Jesus. Can you do all of these things and be present and be a part of Heiress Academy even if you're not a Christian? Yes. We're really going to dive into what it means to have a relationship with God, how to have a deeper relationship with God, what we're supposed to be doing as royalty, as his daughters, as heiresses, as rulers of kingdoms, and how to step into that role. That is a Christianity pillar and what we're learning in that. Then we have the womanhood pillar. Being a woman is amazing. Even if it doesn't feel like it all the time, I know we think about periods, we think about heartbreaks, we think about emotions, or we think about how those kind of things that I just named, periods, heartbreaks, emotions, define, were used. Let me slow down. We think about how those things are used to define us as women. Women are so sensitive, women are so emotional, women are so this or so that. Femininity, feminine energy, womanhood is a strength. And so diving into what that means and our sensitivity to emotions and how to use that. We have lost like the kind of tribe that teaches you how to like embrace that womanhood. So welcome to the tribe that's going to teach you how to embrace that womanhood, because it makes so much difference in the lives of those around you. So yes, we'll talk about the more shallow things like maybe outfits and looking good and everything like that, but we're also going to talk about like the deep core of being a woman and what that looks like and what that means. We have the refinement aspect of this. Refinement is kind of like self-help. A lot of Christians lose out on good information because we're scared to learn life principles from places other than the Bible. But when you start to learn the life principles, you realize that they're from the Bible. For example, for me, manifestation. I recently like lifted up that veil. He's like, okay, I feel like you're strong enough in your faith to actually learn about manifestation and everything and learn about my role in it. Guys, manifestation is just faith. And the only difference between manifestation and like talking to God and praying and actually just doing what the Bible says to do is that manifestation takes God out of it. So you don't ask God what you should be doing. You think about what you want and then you manifest it for yourself. But the principles work. And that's why manifestation works, because God wove those principles into the fabric of the universe. But if we do that with God, unstoppable, literally unstoppable. So it's things like that. Refinement is going to be diving into different tactics and techniques that the world has used and seeing if they work and seeing which ones really resonate with you and just becoming a better person because of it. Learning about finances, learning about confidence, about speaking better, about learning in general, about different hobbies. Like that is the refinement aspect of it. It's just refining the life that we have and the people that we are. So the breakdown of Heiress Academy. I love this. I'm really excited about it. Heiress Academy main campus is YouTube. There will always be complimentary information and videos on YouTube for you guys that will be posted once a week. Our information is going to come in seasons. So our first season is about 12 weeks and it's going to be our basics season, our 101s, our foundational seasons, because we need to know foundationally about Christianity, about womanhood, and about refinement and how that's going to impact our lives. We're going to set a good foundation. Now, just because you're a Christian or you already feel like you're locked into womanhood and everything like that, I still think that it's good to come, because then we're going to see what we're building off of. And then when we reference back to stuff, then you're already going to be cool and caught up. But that's main campus. Eventually, in like main classes, courses, eventually we are going to have like AP level courses, and that is going to be on our website. That is coming soon. But AP level courses, like I said, there's always going to be complimentary courses on YouTube. But AP level courses are going to be like a step up from what we're already talking about and a deeper dive into how to rule our kingdoms the best way that we can. There's also going to be office hours coming soon. Office hours are like we can sit down or, chat one on one about what you want your kingdom to look like and ruling it, and how we can develop a method to do that. So whether it's in the area of Christianity, womanhood, or refinement, and there's many subsectors to all of those things, we can talk about it, kind of walk through a plan together. And if you just need that level of accountability, office hours are going to be available soon. And then we're also going to have like clubs, because community is so important. So we're going to have a space where you can meet other like-minded women who are also ruling kingdoms and ruling territory and really embracing their role and their rule in life. And clubs are also going to have more information coming soon, probably on the website, but we'll dive into that a little bit deeper later. Like I said, all of this information will be on our website that is going to launch sometime in 2026, and I'm really excited. But keep paying attention. Keep paying attention here on the main campus so you can know when the website launches, when email list launches, and everything like that. but we're starting Heiress Academy now because we can't wait another second to start living our best lives because we have people to impact. We have things to do, people to see, places to go. Really excited to just build a school, like a dream school, one where there's such a strong community of women that are really like minded, that are trying to do great things in the world, that has that Christian basis, that is just like girly and fun and cozy. And you just feel like it's just a tribe of women that are backing you and supporting you, but a place where you can learn how to be your best self. That is what Heiress Academy is about. So when you're ready to enroll, go ahead and click subscribe, and we're going to be happy to welcome you into Heiress Academy. I'm so glad that you guys are here now. This is a great starting point so you understand what you're getting yourself into, and we are going to be up and running from here. I will see you guys next week with our first 101 lesson, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day.